Well, boys, I do believe we may have a new favorite EDC flashlight. What's up, everyone? James here. Thank you so much for joining me. And today we're talking about the Sofirn SC13 flashlight. I have been using this light since January, so that's been about 5 months, carrying it every single day on my person, whether I'm going to work, running errands, traveling, camping. And I gotta say, I am very impressed by this light. This is the first time that I use anything from Sofirn. Big thank you to them for sending this to me, and I'm glad I took the chance. I've normally been just ignoring offers for flashlights these days, but I'm glad I did because this thing has just very much impressed me. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Okay, folks, so as always, let's go ahead and talk about the specs before we proceed with testing. So the dimensions for the Sofirn SC13 is 2.54 inches by 1.12 inches. The weight is 1.41 ounces without the battery. I hate when companies do this. I wish they would just give us the weight with the battery included. I think that's just far more useful. But I don't have a weight scale on me. I would be hard-pressed to say that this thing's even heavier than 3 ounces. It is water resistant for 2 meters and of course drop resistant for 1 meter. And it has this matte black T6 aluminum alloy body that it's almost rubbery. It's like a tackier style grip than my other flashlights, and I like it. I also like this little hourglass style design right here. Makes it very ergonomic. And it does come with an 18650 battery that it is USB-C rechargeable. You just got to open right there and charge it, and this charges very quickly as well. It does have a magnetic tail cap. You guys know for me, that is a must for an EDC style flashlight if you got to work on your vehicle or something like that. And it does have this deep carry pocket clip right here. I really like it as well. Pocket clips, I've become very peculiar with them with flashlights because some are just really rinky-dink, cheap little clips, and some are just overly aggressive that it's just a pain to remove the flashlight from your pocket or put it back. And this one's just that perfect balance, and look how deep it rides. Very nice. It also has a battery light indicator, so it tells you how much juice it has while you're using it. You can see mine is green because I did charge it before coming over here to film. It also has a lockout mode as well. So if you don't want this turning on accidentally in your pack, or you have kids and you don't want them messing with your stuff and draining the battery, when it's turned off, click it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It does that double blink, and that's it. You're not able to access it and use the light. It just does that double blink. And then once you want to unlock it, 1, 2, 3, and you're ready to go right there. So nice and simple way of operating. I hate when a flashlight is just overly complicated. This is just nice and user-friendly right here. And it does come with 6 different modes that we'll elaborate on later on. And all of that for $22.99. I could not believe the price. This is one hell of a light. And similar lights from other companies like Olight, you're paying 3 times the amount, $65 for something like that, for something like this. So I gotta say, I'm very impressed with how budget friendly it is, considering all the things that it comes, for it. So very much liking this. So here's a size comparison showing the Sofirn compared to some of my other lights that I have reviewed before on the channel. So up here is the Trustfire MC1 flashlight. It's another company that I'm kind of new to, Trustfire, and I was very impressed by this light. It's once again budget friendly, and I was surprised. It's very nice. If there's one thing I'm not too crazy about it, I do feel it's a little bit small, and that scares me, like I'm going to end up dropping and not even notice. So I kind of need a light that I want it to be lightweight and not taking up too much space, but at the same time big enough where I can notice if I dropped it or something like that. So that's the only detriment to this one, but check out that review up here in the corner for this flashlight if you're interested. And then moving on down here next to the Sofirn is Old Faithful, my Trustfire T1 flashlight. This was my favorite for years, although it is a dinosaur by today's flashlight standards. And mine is so old that it just doesn't even use turbo anymore. I'm trying to get this to, there you go, to focus. So yeah, I kind of just keep it out of nostalgia. And then down here is the Phoenix E18R version 2, a flashlight that I think is nice, but overly complicated with its settings, and it's quite more expensive. And honestly, I'm not too crazy about it. So I generally tend to focus on these last couple of months right here. But as you can tell, it's a good size right there. It's larger than the Trustfire. It's about the same size as the ThruNite. And just a little bit bigger than the Phoenix. But so as I mentioned earlier, it does have 5 light settings: moonlight, low, medium, high, turbo, and strobe. So for the first one, when the flashlight is off, hold down the button for a second and it's going to activate moonlight. Moonlight mode is 1 lumen with a beam distance of 6 meters and runtime of 100 hours. Once the light's on, hold down the button for a second so you can cycle low, medium, and high. Low mode is 10 lumens with a beam distance of 18 meters and runtime of 17 hours and 36 minutes. Medium is 150 lumens with a distance of 70 meters and runtime of 3 hours and 30 minutes. High is 500 lumens with max distance of 131 meters and runtime of 12 hours and 30 minutes. And if you want to access turbo, all you got to do is double click to get to it. And turbo is 1,500 lumens for 2 minutes with the max distance of 217 meters. After the 2 minutes, it does drop to 500 lumens, which lasts 1 hour and 20 minutes. And in order to access the strobe mode, once you have it activated on turbo, double click it once more, and it's going to access strobe mode, which is also 1,300 lumens. So once again, another final summary here. This is a low, medium, high, turbo. Okay, everyone, so my final thoughts on the Sofirn SC13 flashlight. I gotta say once again, I am glad I took the chance to try this flashlight out because I am very impressed. There's so many things going for it that I find it really good. First things first is it's easy to use. It's user-friendly. I hate a very complicated flashlight that you're just fidgeting around when you need it. And, this one's very easy to use. So 3 clicks for the lockout mode. You can hold it down once so you can reach moonlight mode, very easy. You can double click to reach turbo, double click again for strobe, just easy stuff right there. It also charges very quickly as well. Speaking of charging, this came with a USB-C cord, like all flashlights do. But check out how long this cord is. I'm impressed because normally flashlight companies give you like a cord like this long and it gets really annoying. So I like how long this one is. So that's extra bonus points right there. It's a luxury, but I'll take it. I also like this pocket clip. The more I use flashlights, the older I get, the more I realize the importance of a good pocket clip, in my opinion. And last of all, for me, as always, it has to have a magnetic tail because if I had to work on my vehicle or my hands are busy doing something, I could just set this, on the, say I'm stealth camping somewhere and I'm inside a building, I could just set this on the wall or something and then boom, it illuminates the room. So for me, that's just a must-have in my opinion. And once again, last of all, $22.99 for this thing. Able to go up to 1,300 lumens, USB-C rechargeable, all these things for $22.99. So once again, if you were to buy something similar from Olight or Phoenix, you're easily dropping like $63. So this is a steal, and I think it's worth it. So if you're so inclined to purchase one of these, I'll have the link down below to our Amazon store where you can get one. And once again, big thank you to Sofirn for sending this to me. This is most definitely my new favorite flashlight for EDC carry. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, and we'll see you guys next week with another video. Now go outside and get your boots dirty.